may kinalaman din ba ang temperatura sa ating mental health? Okay. For the past several weeks, Denise, pag-uusapan natin mga doktor, mga coach, mga athletic coaches.
Yes.
Ito naman, kukonsulta po tayo sa doktor ng isip at utak. Kasama po natin si Dr. Joan May Perez Rifarial. Doc Joan, siya po ang Vice President ng Philippine Psychiatric Association. Doc Joan, salamat po again sa oras po ninyo, si Lord po at si Denise. Sa mga gantong panahon ho ba, dumadami ang dumudulog sa mga katulad po ninyong mga psychiatrist po?
Okay. Depends naman, Sir Lord, no? Kasi of course, iba-iba naman ang mga pinagdadaanan natin, sources of stress. But definitely, isang source of stress considered as an environmental stress ang temperature, extreme heat. Oo, isang environmental source siya of stress. Because, again, may mga things na beyond our control. And that is one. Kaya nagkakaroon ng anxiety because it's something na beyond our control kung gaano kainit, di ba, sa buong araw, no, because of the heat levels na pataas ng pataas. So it can be a source of stress. Ang tawag natin dito, Sir Lord, is heat stress ang tawag.
Heat stress, okay.
Yes.
Heat stress.
Yes, oo. And of course, pag stress kasi, meron siyang, Ma'am Denise, no, and Sir Lord, meron siyang interplay. Very complex, in fact, no, yung interplay ng lahat ng mga, temperature, and of course, there is that mind and body, di ba, na connection always. So, kahit na nafe-feel natin siya, of course, may impact siya sa ating kalusugang pangkaisipan.
Okay. Doc, ang sabi rin din daw ay dahil irritable ka, halimbawa, meron silang ginawang studies na sa isang city sa Amerika, tumataas yung incidence of crime. At sa mga among the incarcerated, tumataas din daw by 18% yung levels ng violence ng inmate to inmate.
Yes, oo. Kasi Sir Lord, maaari, no, na pag sobrang init, again with the mind and body connection, is meron siyang impact on pag tayo ay exposed to extreme heat, ay nag-activate siya ng ating cortisol, no, which is produced pag tayo ay nasa stress. It's a stress hormone. Na-activate kasi ang ating fight or flight response, no? Pag merong something threatening, sobrang init, and with that pagtaas, no, ng adrenaline levels, cortisol, which is our stress hormone, ay meron siyang impact also on our mood, no? So it causes us to feel irritable, impatient, madaling ma-frustrate emotionally, physically naman, pag sobrang mainit, we feel sluggish, may physical discomfort. It can cause also, no, physically, yung sleep disruption, Sir Lord, Denise, na kung sobrang init, di ba, parang maaaring hindi tayo makatulog or maputol-putol ang tulog or maaga tayo nagigising, no, because of sobrang init. So, alam natin na when anyone is sleep deprived, pag kulang sa tulog, talagang it can also affect yung ating mood, no, yung ating cognitive state. Cognitive state, Sir Lord, Ma'am Denise, kasama na rin dito kasing sinabi nyo kayo na ng mga ang ating impulse control, impulsivity at pag-control ng ating impulses. Decision making can be affected pag tayo, no, ay under a lot of stress, no, lalo na kung sobrang init. Ang ating memory can also be affected, concentration, motivation. So kaya marami siyang effects on our mental health, no. So kaya nga mas binibigyan natin ng importance, no, na ano nga ba ang mga maaaring ma-feel ng isang individual physically, emotionally, and cognitively, kasi definitely brain functions can be affected because of the extreme na heat.
Doc, how do you go about it? Siyempre, you were saying kanina, it causes stress kapag dyan ay mga bagay na wala kang control. Of course, there's chemical compounds na nangyayari na rin sa katawan mo, no? How do you handle mental health difficulties when they're already there and literally, figuratively, it's too hot to handle?
Yes, oo. Tama yun, Ma'am Denise. Always, ang reminder namin is to do self-care. No? Unahin, i-prioritize natin ang self-care Love yourself, meaning kung kinakailangan, get enough, unahin mo na physically, no? Get enough rest and sleep. So, tinuturo po namin or nire-remind na those under our care na para kahit na mainit sa gabi, kailangan well-ventilated ang room. Mas maganda kung halimbawa, may mga ginagawa sila para to cool down. Like halimbawa, shower. Bago matulog, make sure na yung mga curtains nila ay yung mas may ventilation pa rin na pumapasok, not too cold. I mean, merong fan, no? Or kung kaya, pamaypay or aircon kung maaari. And then another is, kasi ang also very important is proper hydration. Kasi studies have shown na pag tayo ay dehydrated, because ang action kasi, pag tayo ay sobrang naiinitan, ang impact on our body is to compensate for that, is nagdi-dissipate yung heat from the skin para mag-cool down ang body through sweating. Kaya tayo pinagpapawisan para ma-excrete, mailabas yung heat from our body. And studies have shown na pag tayo ay dehydrated, even Ma'am Denise and Sir Lourdes, how even 1% na dehydration can have an impact already sa ating cognitive, sa ating brain functions. It can affect our memory. Kaya mga students, nire-remind namin to properly hydrate, kasi lalo na pag mga math classes, problem solving kasi can be affected, concentration and focus. And aside from proper hydration, is nutrition also. May mga food which are high sa kanilang content ng water. So, pwede din silang mag-load up on food na may, or fruits and vegetables na may high water content. And of course, kung lalabas, protect yourself. Kasama yun sa self-care. Ma'am Denise, like halimbawa, mag-shades para hindi masyadong nasisilaw, or put a hat, or yung clothes natin, yung something na breathable, yung cotton para hindi masyadong mainit, and something flowy. So mga gano'n, nire-remind natin na take the necessary steps, kasi prevention pa rin is better para manatili natin ng ating body temperature is cool as low as it can be.
Binanggit ni Doktora yung math, no? May binanggit siya kanina, math. Yung, kahit walang init, Dok, medyo nakaka-stress talaga ang math Ano mang temperatura sa mga kagaya namin. Pero, Dok, kaya bang kunyari i-trick ang ating mga isipan into thinking na, yan, snow yan. O parang alam niyo, Dok, na nafu-fool mo yung utak mo na actually, hindi yan ganyan kainit.
Uunahan na, kumbaga.
Yes. Sometimes, kaya in therapy also, meron tayong mga tinatawag na mindfulness which is also very good. Mindfulness meaning being in the present, staying in the moment. So, para lang wag tayong madagdagan ng anxiety or sources of stress, is stay in the moment. Focus on what you need to do. Kung anong kailangan gawin today, here and now, para ma-focus natin ng ating 100% attention to kung ano man ang ating ginagawa. Another is, ang studies also have shown, Sir Lourdes, in terms of food naman, meron naman, good impact naman, good benefits yung mga pampalamig na tinatawag, like halo-halo, ice cream, kasi temporarily, it can give us also the sense of yung pagbagsak, temporarily, ng ating body temperature. But we know na eventually, pag nag-burn na, yung calories and heat is produced later on. But of course, maganda pa rin yun kasi as a form of socialization, lalo na kung sabay-sabay kayong kumakain ng mga food na kapag cool down. So nakakatulong din yun. So, and another also is proper lang talaga, Sir Lourdes, yung we focus. Kaya ang very important is i-correct din natin yung ating mga negative beliefs about, halimbawa, kung meron tayong mga perceptions, negative perceptions about what's happening ngayon. Yes, sometimes talaga may mga things na beyond our control, but focus tayo ngayon, shift natin ang ating mindset into the things na we have control over. Like ano ba, moving forward, ano ba ang pwede natin gawin to fight or to combat itong extreme heat na ating nararamdaman sa ngayon. So para siyang it's a whole of a nation approach or whole of a community approach na meron also na mga steps tayo na ginagawa to ensure na sana ay ma-mitigate itong impact ngayon ng extreme heat level sa atin.
Alright. On that note, Marami pa kaming gustong itanong pero Doc, nagpapasalamat po kami sa inyo, Dr. Joanne May Perez Rifarial, ang Vice President po ng Philippine Psychiatric Association. Stay cool, ma'am. Maraming salamat po.